Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Pastor KZ with the All About Favorite channel. Don't forget, comment, like, and share. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. My attire has been, I said, for about the first 3 days of each week, you win. I rep during football and basketball season. I kicked it off with my school, Florida State University. Yesterday, I went with an HBCU, Florida A&M University. Now I'm going to go way up to another state, Ohio State University. They won their game, so I'm repping. All right, don't forget it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ladies, it's not too late to go ahead and schedule that mammogram. Now I want to talk about something very important today. Keep your guard up. Keep your guard up. In the Bible, there's a scripture in 1 Peter chapter 5 between verses 9 through 14 that reminds us to stay alert. Stay alert, be vigilant, be aware, because the enemy is waiting to pounce on you and would like nothing better than to catch you napping. You must always be mindful of the people you associate with, because sometimes, depending on the person, they can help influence you, and with that influencing they have, it could lead to destruction. It could lead to disaster. You have to keep your guard up. You have to remember it's important to surround yourself with people who are empowering you, people who are encouraging you, people who are an inspiration to you, people headed in the same direction as you. It is important to watch and be careful. Stay alert, because everybody who riding with you not really riding for you. That was a whole word right there. Remember last week when I said the company you keep is important? Well, when you have certain people in your circle and you let your guard down, sometimes you start oversharing very personal details of your life, or you start allowing them to come around to your home and in your space. You better be careful, because sometimes people only want to get up on you or get in your space or get close to you because they might have ill intent towards you. They might have ulterior motives for getting close to you. And in order to get close to you, they got to first gain your trust. I just said something there. And I heard a quote, and I'd like to give this to you. It said, all skin folk ain't kin folk. Who got it? See, some people, you just can't trust them. You just cannot allow them in your circle, in your space. You know what, y'all? Sometimes there's certain people you can't even let come to your home, because when they leave, there's all kind of spirits that's transferring on them. You've got to be aware of things. You got to allow your spirit of discernment to work. When you feel something is not right about a person, or something just is unsettled in your spirit about that person, you are probably right. You ever met people on your job and they just talk, and they are an open book and they overshare information, and then you got another coworker go back and start talking about it, and then this person feel like they were betrayed? Girl, you've been talking in the break room. You've been telling everybody who comes within 2 feet of you your business. I'll say this, and I'm going to make a disclaimer. I'm not a guru. I'm not an expert by any means. I just base my thoughts and opinion on what you want to talk about in your emails. But some women, you done lost your husband, or you done lost your man to your homegirls, your neighbor, one of the choir members, one of the praise team members. You done lost your husband or your man because you've been out there running your mouth. Now, let me let you be aware of something. Some women, you out here talking, and some women sitting in the circle listening at everything you say. And guess what her next move is? Call old boy up. Or either after church one Sunday, Deke, I need to see you. Pastor, can I see you for a moment? Anybody know where that goes? Also, men, I'm going to get you too. Some of y'all run y'all mouth too. Y'all talk. And Vivica Fox said this in a movie she was in. I think it was Two Can Play That Game with Morris Chestnut. She say, one thing she know about men. Men like to run back and tell something they done seen or something they done heard. Men, y'all gossip just like women. And while you out there running your mouth, talking about your woman, talking about your wife to your boys, guess who's calling her up? And guess what he telling her? All of this stuff you saying about her. And guess what he's doing? I'll treat you right. See, he ain't right for you. You deserve better. He start feeding your spirit with all them things you want to hear. Girl, guard your heart. Guard your mind. I want to say this. You have to be very careful of what you let penetrate or enter your mind. You got to be careful who you let get in your ear. Sometimes you got the wrong people feeding your spirit with things. So you have to protect what you hear. You got to protect that. Guard that. It's a reason Paul talks in Ephesians about the whole armor. You got to cover, put on that helmet. You got to be careful of what you let get in your mind. You got to be careful. That's why the shield, guarding your heart. You got to be careful what you let inside your spirit being. Because sometimes it can lead to destruction. And one thing is, people, y'all got to stop talking too much. You've got to be careful. You've got to be alert. And you've got to keep your guard up, not just on a personal level, but professionally. You out there, I'm going to tell you something that happened to me once. I had this great idea on a previous job I had, and I wrote a whole program. Do you know someone else took the program that I shared with them that I had written, put their name on it, and presented it in the staff meeting? As if it was their own material. Thank God somebody was in that meeting who says, I thought you did that. I'm like, I did. Everything word for word is my work. Yeah. You got to be careful who you share things with, even on the job, professional level. You ever met people who take the credit for your work? They do that even in the church. You done put together the women's conference, and the next thing you know, Sister So-and-so done put it over here like her and her committee thought of it. Just saying. Also, you got to be careful and protect yourself spiritually as well, because there's some people, when you're going through a battle or a dry season or you're weak, sometimes people spiritually take advantage of you. Yes, that happens. Sometimes you have people who spiritually manipulate you. So guard your heart. One of the most overused examples of someone letting their guard down, two people I know that they always like to reference when talking about letting their guard down, is Eve and Samson. Y'all know those stories. Even if you're unchurched, you've heard who Eve was. Even if you're unchurched, you've heard about Samson and his hair and Delilah. So I'm not going to revisit and repeat those stories. But they both allowed the enemy to get too close. Anybody getting the word? Sometime your enemy can't do you no harm if they are far away. Your enemy gets close to you. Your enemy starts inserting themselves to get in your space. Because then once they get close to you, they begin to learn things about you. They begin to gain your trust. You begin to reveal things to them. You begin to open up things about yourself to them. They begin to see the space and the environment you live in. You ever met people that come to your house and they have secret jealous feelings? They're envious of you, but they don't say it until one day it slips out and they're exposed. So Eve and Samson let the enemy get too close. They had too many conversations with the enemy. Y'all, I just want to tell you right now, you have got to stop having too many conversations with the enemy. Because sometimes the enemy is out and they're roaming to see who they can destroy and who they can devour. Keep your guard up at all times. Y'all, I'm going to have to end this because I'm about ready to go into a sermon, and that is not what today is about. It's Reset Wednesday to give you some tools to recalibrate yourself. And I didn't mean for this to turn into a word for the day, but you know what, y'all? Every time I come on here, I pray that you get a word, some type of word, something that feeds your spirit. I hope that I am pouring into you. Even if I'm pouring into you, saying things that you don't want to hear, at least it is causing you to be alert and to make a decision. I need to do better. I need to make some changes. It's time, as I said yesterday, for some of you to go through a transformation before you go into the next year. You have got to be aware of who you're allowing in your space. Always guard your heart. If you guard your heart more, you won't be walking around with a broken heart. If you guard your heart more and guard your tongue, sometimes you can't not tell all your business to people. Sometimes you have got to just wait it out, pray it out, and let the Lord work it out. That's all I got for you today. Trust your gut. Trust your instinct. Because if you feel something ain't right, it probably is not right. If you feel like somebody is shady, they probably are. Ladies, if you feel like he lying to you and he not telling you the full truth, or he's withholding the truth, which is the same as a lie, he probably is. Men, if you feel like something is not right about her, you probably right. Trust your gut. Guard your heart. Watch as well as pray. Y'all get focused. Find your balance. Have a wonderful day. I will see you back tomorrow.